changed his tune as of late. And now, the Lone Ranger of the Row has aligned himself with the likes of the Mysterious Q and Team Booker. And the returning Blake Cortez, Kirby Carrion, who I believe we last saw at the last Summer of Champions.
That is where he cost Edgestone that TV championship. Now let me look at the time. It must be 2:23 somewhere because Blake Cortez is back in the reality of wrestling.
After spending a stint in NXT, he returns to the Row. The protege of one Booker T, Gasper Hernandez, has been a force ever since stepping foot inside a Row ring.
And no one has found an answer for the behemoth that is Gasper Hernandez. And look at how many people he's teaming with. Look at the amount of experience that he is teaming with here today.
There's only one man left. WWE Hall of Famer, the founder of the reality of wrestling, makes that walk one more time. 36 championships in his illustrious career, but there is no prize bigger to him than ownership of this company, ownership of his vision, the reality of wrestling.
And he's putting it all on the line right here against Team Sharmell. We have seen Booker over the last few months become incensed with this fascination of what the future of reality wrestling should be moving forward. And Sharmell has said that she doesn't even recognize her husband anymore.
There he is, the Hall of Famer, Booker T. He said, I'm not going to just let anybody defend my company. I'm going to defend it myself. But let's not get lost in the nostalgia of the moment. Let's recognize in Row history.
And talk about a team captain. Sharmell could not have picked a better person tonight. Being sponsored by Stony Only Radio is Ryan Davidson.
Now what about the youngest? What about the youngest reality of wrestling champion ever? Another man who has made the reality of wrestling a Summer of Champions event a mainstay for himself. A new face here at the reality of wrestling. A man who's come back from devastating injury and was handpicked by Sharmell.
Two men on the other team have cost this man the TV championship at two separate occasions. And you know that Edgestone is ready to go against Team Booker.
And the former reality of wrestling champion, one of the most dynamic competitors in the history of this company, Allday, who has had his battles with Booker T, Kirby Carrion for months now.
Brad. These are 10 of the biggest names in all of reality of wrestling. And this is just going to be fireworks from beginning to end.
Well, here we go. The biggest main event in the history of this company. Nothing has been more than this moment. 5 men stand on each side. Only one team will be victorious. Will it be Team Booker? Will it be Team Sharmell? Whichever team gets that pinfall, Kirby carry-on, or submission will have control of reality of wrestling. Some people have said Booker T has been drunk with power over the last several months, and his wife, his business partner, the co-owner of this company, said we've had enough.
As we see the jaw-jacking here already from both teams, we're going to give a special shout-out to a few people here, as Mysterious Q tonight is sponsored by the Modern Wellness Center. Gino Medina, sponsored tonight by Kingwood Youth Lacrosse, and Stone by our very own King of Solar Screen, and Will Allday by members of the Road Nation, George and Mar Cherepes, and Colton Foster, the 2021 Fan of the Year.
Well, here we go. Will Allday starting things out for Team Sharmell, and he's calling Booker T out. I mean, look at the star power in this ring right now. Will Allday calling for Booker T.
Will Allday wants like Booker, and I think he's gonna go in.
Looks like Booker T is gonna start this match off. Oh my gosh, he's gonna start it off. Will Allday and the captain of Team Booker, Booker T, starting off this main event at the Summer of Champions.
And the boss is ready to go. That is something I never thought I would ever hear here at the World Gym Arena, Brad.
A Booker sucks chant here as these two men, a Hall of Famer and a future Row of Famer, about to go at it. Booker T.
Will Allday just called the boss a coward.
All right, and here we go. Book and Will Allday. And look, Booker T tagging in the Road Champion, Mysterious Q, and giving him some words of wisdom before we see the first physical encounter in this 10-man tag. I mean, the championships combined in the ring and on the apron, it's pretty crazy.
I'm trying to do some quick math here, but if I'm not mistaken, there are over 15 different championship reigns amongst all the people here as of right now. I guarantee you we're going to see some of these men hold championships in the future, possibly in the near future, as now Ryan Davidson and Mysterious Q, a tale as old as time here in the reality of wrestling, seem to be the thing that are going to get us started here for this matchup.
These two have had several classic battles, but even the Mysterious Q will not engage.
And this is just nothing but mind games from Team Booker T right now, you've got to imagine. Here we go, first lockup of the matchup. The cornerstone of the reality of wrestling, the first ever Grand Slam champion against possibly his fiercest rival in the Mysterious Q.
They had a classic best of 5 series going back to the early 2010s is how long these two have been at it. Again, this is our 8th Summer of Champions event. And Mysterious Q is in the main event of the very first one, where he beat the Samoan Beast for the Reality of Wrestling Championship.
Oh, going for the Q cutter. The athleticism from the champion as he's able to go up on another cutter. Scouted by Ryan Davidson.
And now Bryan Keith. Real Allday.
No hesitation from him at all to get involved with
Gino
Bryan Keith.
Medina. Wait a minute, there's Blake Cortez, Stephen Wolf. Masses of humanity. It's Bedlam here in our main event. And Gasper Hernandez and Ryan Davidson now face to face.
And look at Stone. He's saying, give me Gasper. He wants him. The only time we've ever seen these two go to battle was at the Last Stand match where they eliminated each other. But now Booker giving instructions to Gasper as Stone is the legal man. Have you ever seen two titans like this clash here in the ring, Brad?
I mean, these are two big boys. We first saw them encounter one another in the Last Stand. Then again, costing Stone the television championship for a big chokeslam.
And that chokeslam has put away many people, but Stone seems to have one of his own.
Oh! A headbutt there. Oh, wait a minute, Bryan Keith.
Bryan Keith is such a different man right now than we've ever seen him in the reality of wrestling. I don't know what possessed him to join the forces of Booker T. Maybe it's loyalty.
You gotta think Bryan Keith became a professional wrestler because of his fandom for Booker T. He had to steal his mother's car in order to go to the Pasadena Convention Center to see the reality of wrestling, and he wanted to work for this promotion someday in his life. He does have a deep loyalty to Booker, and here's Blake Cortez.
The first time we're seeing him in action here in over a year as Blake Cortez meeting with Stone again. He was the other man that cost Stone the TV title a year ago as well. So you know that this rivalry runs deep between Cortez and Stone.
Again, at the beginning of the last Summer of Champions, these two had quite the altercation in the backstage. Stone staring down Booker T as he and Blake Cortez. Interesting how that comes full circle, like you said, Kirby, that rivalry between them. Big scoop and a slam. And there's Gino with a senton inside the ring. 1, 2 for control of the company. Side headlock. Haven't seen Gino Medina in recent months. This is a big return for him at the reality of wrestling.
The question mark kick misses. That has been a devastating move, but Cortez seems to have done his homework against one of the biggest names here in reality of wrestling, former 3-time champion. And look at this, that confidence has not left Cortez in the year that he's been away.
Cortez has always been a sensational athlete, and he was just beginning his rise in the reality of wrestling before he moved on to greener pastures for the WWE.
One of the hardest chops you will ever hear is from the one and only Gino Medina, El Intocable. As right now, look at this, just showing up Cortez.
Look at that, and a big pura carana. Wow. You'll feel that for a couple days. And here comes Will Allday back in it again. Blake Cortez able to avert that one. Snapmare takeover, cartwheel there from the former champion. And a kick to the chest.
And Will Allday was the big question mark of who was going to be the last member for Team Sharmell as the teams were being built. We saw last time that Will Allday was here he lost that steel cage match where he said he wasn't going to wrestle under Booker T's Reality of Wrestling.
Crowd still wants to see the Hall of Famer. But now Gasper Hernandez is in. Booker T shouting instructions as he's done for months for this man.
And nothing seems to faze him.
He's almost impervious to the offense of Will Allday.
The distraction from Bryan Keith once again. Oh, that went fatal.
Knocked him inside out. And every member of Team Sharmell looking for a tag. They see that Will Allday is in a world of hurt. And you see the queen here beside us. She's beside herself at certain moments of this contest. Not liking what she's seeing.
Massive scoop slam there from Gasper. Now we get the tag. Here we go. The boss is in.
And finally, the Hall of Famer, donning the tights of the Hall of Fame tag team, the Harlem Heat. Booker T. Big side slam, sidewalk slam from the Hall of Famer. Believe it or not, 57 years of age, Kirby Carry-On, but doesn't look like he's aged a day since the last time you saw him.
Not one bit. Look at that chop. We want to talk about Gino Medina's chops. What about Booker T's? Those are classic as they just collapsed the former Reality of Wrestling champion.
You saw after one chop from Booker T, the chest began to welt of Will Allday. Oh! And a tag in to Bryan Keith. Booker T enjoying himself. Booker hasn't been in a ring in about 2.5 years. And again, Isaac Bouillon trying to control Booker, but what is he going to do?
Referee trying his best to take Booker out of this matchup, but can you really kick out the boss?
It's very hard to do. And now Bryan Keith. Will Allday, look at that.
The black heart of the Reality of Wrestling is unleashing hell on Allday right now, but the Road Nation coming unglued for one of the most popular names here in the entire history of Reality of Wrestling.
And Bryan Keith just losing his cool completely on Will Allday.
And look at this, we call him the quickest kicks in the South, but right now, Bryan Keith is showing us that he is more than just his kicks. He is absolutely relentless against Will Allday.
Will Allday, in a desperate way, needs to find the way to a corner, get a tag into one of the four other members of Team Sharmell. Will Allday with a big enziguri off the top rope, and here's his opportunity. You see each member of Team Sharmell extending their hand.
Allday turning around, 4 hands. He just has to reach out for one, but who's it gonna be?
And he got Stephen Wolf. And here comes a mysterious cue. And Stephen Wolf taking out every member of Team Booker.
Oh, Tiger feint kick right there. Sends Q flying. It's now the Wolf of Wrestling. Showing us what he's got.
And Stephen Wolf showing why he was handpicked by the Hall of Famer. Sharmell, cover 1, 2 for the control of Reality of Wrestling.
And how poetic would it be for the wild card of Team Sharmell to get the victory here for control of the company, Brad?
Mysterious Q, the franchise, swing and a miss. Oh, goodness. Whoa. Those are just reverberating through the World Gym Arena, and a knee blocks it, and another overhand chop. Oh, look at that! And Booker T WCW Tag Team Championships together. They were actually a one-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champion. So I don't think Booker is out of his element by any stretch of the imagination.
Gotta imagine that's maybe why he said that he was going to do this himself. This is his wheelhouse. This is where Booker T made his name as a tag team wrestler, as now the momentum of Stephen Wolf has been completely halted.
Good gracious.
This is Reality of Wrestling, says the boss, right into Stephen Wolf's face.
And now Booker T finds his way back in the match. And now look at Booker, the veteran, making sure the referee is distracted while the entirety of the team gets an advantage.
Referee Isaac Bouillon somehow holding back every member of Team Sharmell, but I think the damage may have been done.
And now a tag. It's mysterious Q. He and Booker have formed an unholy union as of late. Oh my goodness. And now the likelihood of a Sharmell run Reality of Wrestling begins to get slimmer and slimmer, Kirby, carry on.
This is just methodical right now by Team Booker, as now Bryan Keith is getting back into this. And talk about a dream matchup. We're seeing Bryan Keith and Stephen Wolf for the first time here in the center of this ring. I wish it was under better circumstances, but Bryan Keith just showing Stephen Wolf how it's done here in Texas.
And Team Booker, cover 1, 2. Again, that would have been for control of Reality of Wrestling, and nonchalant cover from the champion. Here's another one, 1, 2. Q calling out all of Team Sharmell.
And you can sense the urgency there from Team Sharmell. They can tell that Stephen Wolf needs help.
And look at the faces of the team. They're all concerned. They're worried. And Stephen Wolf is on the complete other side of the ring.
Stephen Wolf, though, firing back here. Able to create a little bit of separation from the champion.
Uh-oh, here we go. With that F-16 slam.
Round and round he goes, Brad. When he stops, the F-16 lands.
1, 2. And Ryan Davidson, the grizzled vet, breaks up the count and goes after Bryan Keith.
And you can see Gino Medina telling Ryan to simmer down. Doesn't want to cause a disqualification and cost Team Sharmell the victory and control of the company.
Stephen Wolf, Kirby carry on, is just in such a bad way right now. This is not what Team Sharmell wants to see.
Absolutely not. And I think right now it's just the experience from Team Booker, why they're able to keep Stephen Wolf down, but here he comes. I called him the wild card of the team, and right now he's firing back, getting himself closer to the team. He's right there.
And he got it. He got Ryan Davidson. He got Ryan Davidson. Ryan Davidson.
I don't think the referee saw it.
Oh, the referee didn't see it. Booker T had the referee distracted.
And that right there is where the expertise comes into play from the two-time Hall of Famer.
And look out in front of us, Gasper Hernandez doing some dirty work.
And now, Soulfire Bomb.
Wait a minute, there's a cover here. 1, 2, that's all. He gets a shoulder up. That was a little too close for comfort for the Hall of Famer, Sharmell.
One of Bryan Keith's most devastating maneuvers landed, but the distraction to the referee may have been the slight time that Stephen Wolf needed to kick out of such a maneuver. And another tag here as the Mysterious Q comes in. As you mentioned, this event was made for Mysterious Q, owning many of the former Summer Champions main events, and now adding another one to his resume as a Q cutter to Stephen Wolf.
Q cutter.
That's it.
This is it. Goodbye to Sharmell, but he got his foot on the rope. Oh my gosh.
Booker T yelling at referee Isaac Bouillon saying, "Are you kidding me?"
And now the wrist tape from Q coming off.
Stephen, defiant. We called him the future of reality of wrestling, and now he gets to shape it if he manages to come back and get a tag here and give ownership of the company to Sharmell.
Still, Stephen Wolf can't find a way to his corner. And he has taken a lot of offense, Kirby. A lot of offense. This is not good if you are rooting for the Team Sharmell. Oh, look at that. If Stephen Wolf can realize where he is, he'll realize he's right in the place that he's wanted to be.
He just needs to lift his arm up. 4 people are ready to make the tag.
Look, he doesn't know where he is.
Oh, there he is. He finally figured it out.
Will Allday. Oh, wait a minute. Booker T takes a tumble.
Gasper now goes up and over. Team Booker, 1 by 1. They're falling.
Will Allday and Bryan Keith going at it. And a big hurricanrana. Oh! To Gasper. Will Allday is fired up. Oh, Cortez takes a forearm.
Cortez trying to come back in here though.
Lands on his feet this Allday. Big back body drop. Top rope Allday. And a moonsault. Cover. 1, 2. That's all. No.
Still managed to kick out somehow.
Cortez barely able to get his shoulder up.
And look at this, Bryan Keith on the side.
And now it's a brawl. It's complete bedlam. It's complete mayhem. Every man going at it in this 5-on-5 main event. Ryan Davidson looking for it. Trying to get a Davidson driver.
Cortez, look at this. The Horcrux connects.
Horcrux. Gino Medina though. And Gino's not the legal man.
Shot there to the midsection from the quickest kicks in the South. And we saw it earlier before. We're about to see it again.
Question mark kick. Oh, look at that big slam. Oh! Gasper Hernandez stands tall.
But Edge Stone.
Oh, a big drop kick from Edge Stone.
They see their target on the outside.
What are they doing? Oh! A dive! A double dive! Edge Stone and Stephen Wolf dives in concert to the outside.
with no one to stop him. Bryan Davidson taking a bit of time here.
Bryan Davidson going up top.
We haven't seen this in a while. The spiral splash!
A spiral splash from the grizzled vet off the top rope. Wait a minute.
Wait.
What is Booker T thinking?
There's absolutely no way.
Is Booker T? He's gonna do it. Booker's gonna go for a dive. Oh, Booker. Booker was gonna go for a dive.
But now, he is face to face with the man that he has screwed over for months, Will Allday. And here we go.
Booker T. Oh, stops Will Allday dead in his tracks. Scissor kick. Booker misses. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Scarlet letter. Scarlet letter. Oh! The autograph. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Team Sharmell wins. After months of abuse of power from the Booker T regime, Booker T is officially no longer in control of his company. Team Sharmell and the Queen now reign supreme.
We can call this team now the Rose Mightiest Heroes because they have just demolished a titan in Booker T as Will Allday nailed him with that autograph. And as we always say, it only takes one.
After a decade of dominance from Booker T, Sharmell finally gets control, and justice can be restored at the reality of wrestling. And now the promotion that is called the Booker T World Gym Arena, its home, is no longer under the expert tutelage of its namesake. Will Allday did it. Gino did it. Stephen Wolf did it. Bryan Davidson did it. Ed Stone did it. But most importantly, Sharmell did it.
The future of reality of wrestling looks bright, Brad. It really, really does.
What a conclusion to the Summer of Champions. For our ownership, Sharmell Huffman. For our director, Kevin Barnard. For the historian, Toby Carry On. This is the vote Brett Gilmore saying,